This other videos I want to make that's very important that I need to make. I have called, I don't know who's tapping my phone. I don't know if these videos are ever going to reach out to the correct people. I have called unemployment in Colorado and Vermont, applying back and forth repeatedly. I've called, I think, Colorado maybe 10 times, like 5 or 6 times, maybe more than that, when I first got here to apply for unemployment. They told me I couldn't qualify, so I applied, told me to apply for Vermont, because I'm living in Vermont. So I had to go get a job. I worked for a week, I had to earn at least $1, and I applied. So that's what I did. I did what they said. Once I finished the 1 week assignment, I applied for Vermont unemployment, and they get the, what do they call it? It's the gathering, or the, I don't know, they get all the states that I worked in, and then they make a combination wage. They make a combination wage, and then they round up to whatever it is, how much I make. So if I make $5,000 or $6,000, I make about $2,500 in unemployment, because they take a, whatever portion that is. So what happens is, once I apply for unemployment, I keep calling them because they keep manipulating me over the phone, and it's the Vermont, okay? And I'm trying to, and every phone call is tapped. Every phone call is being rerouted to harassing individuals and very manipulating and playing me and pretending to be Sarah Cooper and threatening me about, sort of insinuating that they're the protectors and owners of my mother's decisions in life and everything that goes on in her family, and that I'm just an enemy of my mother, and I'm just threatening and harassing my mother. And that's exactly how they behave. They want to turn everything against me. They're the rapists, and they're the ones that are trying to cover it up. So what happens is that I call Vermont, and they're giving me hell. They're giving me I'm speaking to them over the phone, and I'm like telling, here's my credit card, whatever, address. I give them whatever it is. I need to file for unemployment. They tell me, oh, okay, call back next couple of days. Oh, okay, call next couple of days. Oh, and they don't tell me all the information, and they don't tell me all this, and just playing me stupid. And then I wait 10 weeks. I wait like 7 weeks, almost like 2 months for unemployment. They told me I don't qualify. They tell me, oh, it's because all of a sudden, at the end of 7 weeks, 8 weeks, they said it's because I don't have 40% of the wages earned, or whatever I don't even know it was. I know they're lying to me, whoever's making this up, and they're just making it as miserable and difficult as they possibly can, okay? Because they know that I want to yell at them over the phone and start cursing, but that's not what I'm doing, and they're just picking at me. They don't give a damn about my life, and they just want to harm me financially, especially because they know that I'm trying to get this unemployment that I worked for, and they don't want to hand it to me. They don't want to give me anything. I earned about $6,000 altogether in all the states that I was in, combination wage, that I should have gotten unemployment. I should have gotten about $2,500 at least in unemployment altogether. So all of a sudden they told me I don't qualify here, because the wage, 40% of whatever I was supposed to make in each quarter, they didn't tell me none of this in the first 7 or 8 calls that I called them and talked to them. So I said, okay, they're in control, they own the money. So they then call me the next day. I don't call them. Unemployment never calls anybody. Unemployment never calls anybody to tell you to apply to a different state. It's always where they need more information. But the person that Vermont unemployment calls me and tells me and says, go file for unemployment at Colorado. You might want to go try to file for unemployment there. They may want, and I'm like, I know that I'm just going back and forth. They already told me I couldn't qualify there, so I applied for unemployment here, because then they tell me a new story that apply again. So I applied, and they tell me I only qualified now for $1,600 for unemployment. Well, $114 a week or something like that. Now I just got robbed from the money that I worked outside near the construction, standing outside on my feet 8 hours a day in the shoveling snow in a mountain. Made hardly next to no profit of anything. And I worked there during my Christmas. Not good food, eating leftover foods that were throwing away at the bar. Then I go over to Las Vegas. You know, work a week here, week there, a day here. Regardless, all my money's gone. The money that I earned, they took away from me. So now I only get $1,600. So I can't even do anything about it. I have repeatedly called them. Now it's just a waiting game, and all they are doing is they're going to the very details of everything that they can find to then turn it around me, make it as difficult. And all they're doing is they're structurally fixating. It's about my mother. They're trying to fixate it in the conversation, so it has to do with the debate of my father's death and his financial money, my mother's accident and her money, and my sister's death, and how Ken Cooper, Sarah Cooper, and Kenneth at the radio station, and Madison and Michelle are in charge of my mother's finances and decisions, and they were heroes and angels, and they need to put me down in order to control and help my mother be in a safe environment. And these are white fucking pieces of shit supremacist motherfuckers that are doing this to me, that are doing this over the phone to me. And this has nothing to do, I know what they're doing. That's exactly, I've applied for unemployment for 15 years. They won't hire me in many different job sites. They won't let me work. That's mainly why I was digging in trash cans for food. You have no idea what my day-to-day activity was and how torturing it was. It does not match the expression in the way that I talk, at how bad it really was. People would have wanted to hang themselves and shoot themselves and throw themselves in front of cars and try to commit suicide of some of the shit that I had to deal with if they had to go through it, because it was that bad. You have so many people hate you and so many people spitting and feces and nothing, and I mean it's disgusting, and it's thousands, hundreds of them all in a riots like against you. People's using the bus drivers, using their cars as weapons, slamming on the brakes so that you slam your head to a window. A lot of crazy shit that the police officers just want to throw me in jail and send people like that to do. I mean, I could tell you days and days of things like that has happened to me. Bus drivers slamming the brakes and my head slamming into a window as I'm just getting on, and it's a guy that has a vendetta against me. I don't know. I've maybe seen this guy once. I don't even think I've ever seen this guy. It was the first time I get on the bus, and my head slams, and he literally uses his car, his vehicle, as a weapon to hurt me. I swear to God. And there was another black guy on there, and there was another. I think it could have been one of those. One of them was one of these short buses. This is how threatening it is. This is how crazy it is. Anyway, but I wanted to make sure that you understand that when these unemployment situations go on, everything with this unemployment, they are sabotaging me. I'm now waiting to see if I qualify, but I'm only going to get $1,600. So all that $6,000 that I made, I'm really not getting very much of what money that I work for unemployment, and they don't want me to get it. So I can't do anything. If they don't want to give me this, they burn the money and they sabotage it. There's nothing that I can do. I have to let it go. There's nothing. I have my life, but you don't understand that they won't let me fight for it. And they make it very difficult. And they're just toying with me, enjoying the pain and anger of what they want to apply onto me. And how they can attach that to my mother and her injuries and the rapes that had happened. And that's all that they're doing. So that's what I have to say about that, the unemployment. When I call the Social Security office, they're also doing the same thing with Medicare. I'm calling Medicare. I've called back and forth Medicaid and Medicare repeatedly over and over and over and over and over again, probably 15 times. And they're telling me different stories. They need this document. They don't need that document. Well, that's not how it works. Someone else, and I have to exchange. And they're just doing this out of the sake of protecting and helping Madison Cooper and Kenneth Cooper at the radio station, because it's Sarah's kid and the white supremacist. That's exactly why they're doing it. And it's a homosexual thing. It's to help the queer, help the transgender, Kenneth. And they're just doing this. And I'm telling you, I don't want to be relating it to any of that, and I'm not trying to. It's them that's engaging in this. But they're making it difficult because it's a sensitive thing I'm talking about. This is medical care, unemployment. I need that money. I need medical insurance. So when I call the Social Security office, I don't know who's routing my phone calls. and this is something I needed to say as well. This is very, very important. I applied for unemployment. I mean, not unemployment. This is home internet essentials from Xfinity, okay? And I called them a month ago, 5 weeks ago, it was like 4 weeks ago, to first sign up for internet. They had given me, I've spoken to them probably at least 10 times now. They've given me hell. Someone is transferred. They're getting credit card information. I'm giving them whatever they need. They're now, for the past 3 weeks, I have been waiting, 4 weeks I call them, but I've been waiting now 3 weeks to get the internet device to arrive. And every time they have told me, they said that they send it out and ship it out. And one lady told me, I just got done talking to her yesterday, with some Indian Hindu lady, said that I should receive the device no later than today. I still have not received it. 2 weeks ago, they told me I was supposed to receive. When I initially called them 4 weeks ago, it takes 5 to 7 business days. I call them 8 days afterwards. Where's my device? They said there's no device that says in our computer system that anything's ever happened. So then they placed another order. They said, okay, let me go and send you out the modem and whatever, yada yada. You pay $10 a month. I said, okay. 7 days go by, 5 days, still has not arrived. I call them again. They get more information. They tell me again, nobody put it into the information. So yesterday I called them. I said, well, at the third time I said, well, are you going to send the stuff in? I said, yeah, we're going to go and send it to you. So I called yesterday to find out where's my device. I said, oh, okay, I can see it in the system right now. It's supposed to arrive today. So it hasn't arrived by the end of today. And I think it was yesterday. It said, yeah, it was yesterday it was supposed to arrive. So I called them today. And I said, where is the Internet Essentials device? The device that you're using and you're supposed to send me. And they told me, they said they're going to send the device. Some guy got on the phone and he said, oh, I can see in the computer system there's never been anything in here, anyone that's ever done anything, that said anything. So the device has now been shipped and it says I should get it, they said by Friday, 3 to 5 business days instead of 5 to 7. But he said I should get it before the end of the week, so probably by Friday, Saturday. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know who's tapping my phone, routing the people that are doing this, and just playing very, very tormenting, sick games. I got this internet to get on to my GED classes, okay? So that I can use my laptop to take GED classes and finally earn my GED. And I've told this every time. I said, please send me the device so that it's for school, so that I can enroll in school, earn my GED. And they keep delaying it. They're not letting me. I don't know if they're going to ever send it. They probably will. Was going to delay it, and they already delayed it a bunch of times for a month. But I wanted to say that this is what they're doing to me. This is how they train me, that I can't go to school. I'm not going to want school. I can't better my life in school. They got hell waiting for me when I start taking the classes, and I'm with my classes and teachers. I know that's waiting for me already. You can see how they're just marinating and burning me alive, and how they just enjoy this. So I needed to make that video and understand that every phone call and every professional business I'm calling, this is what they're doing. I'm just trying to get internet to get this GED pace, because it's going to take probably a pretty good while for me to learn, get used to taking classes and doing the material and to pass the exams. But they're not letting me. So I'm doing my best to let y'all know that that's what's going on. Every professional company, I don't know who's related to doing this, but that's what's going on. I'm trying my best. You have no idea how haggling this is and how manipulating it is when I speak to them over the phone. I'm trying to earn my GED.